You see that? The small square at the bottom of the camera lineup. That is not a camera sensor. That is a screen. I've reviewed a lot of phones recently, and I don't think I've ever pointed at the camera module and had to explain that there's a second screen hiding inside it. This is the Infinix Hot 70 Pro 5G, and I think I might have found my new favorite Android device. So the bottom square I showed you at the start, Infinix calls it the active matrix cube. If you've been following Infinix for a while, or you've been watching my review videos, you would have seen this little display on their phones before. It is not brand new technology for them, but that's actually what I find interesting about it. Every time Infinix brings it back, they find a new creative way to use it, a new place to put it, a new reason for it. And this time they've embedded it directly into the camera module, which is tucked into one of the camera housings, which is an interesting choice. And as usual, it does actual things. When someone calls you, it lights up and shows who is calling. Charging animation, low battery warning, timer countdown, even for your selfie. Everything, it's right there in your camera bump. There are also 2 mini games on it, roulette and a number game. Think about that on a camera bump of a mid-range phone. So I respect that Infinix keeps finding new things to do with this. They didn't have to keep building on it, but they did anyway. This phone looks beautiful, right? So this is a Thermo Orange, and the color on this thing is genuinely something. It catches lights differently, and it depends on how you hold it, and there's this depth that it has. Now, Infinix says the back has thermochromic ink, and it's the kind that changes color with temperature. So if you put it in a freezer, it should go deep orange, and if you press something warm against it, pattern should appear. I tried it. A freezer, 10 minutes, but nothing happened. No shifts, no drama. Yeah, Infinix says I need below 0 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes for something to happen, and I need above 65 degrees Celsius for 5 to 10 seconds for the heat stamp to show. So maybe I need to change my freezer. Maybe the phone was just deciding not to work that day. But yeah, I don't know. However, there are videos of it online, so I know the technology is there, and it just was not working in my kitchen, apparently. So, but fear not, this phone is IP68 rated, so it is fully waterproof. It's not splash resistant, so you can actually put this in your freezer and you're fine. If you buy this phone and the color change works for you, please let me know in the comments. What I can tell you though is that it looks excellent even without it. The Thermo Orange sits differently than most phone backs do. It is not glossy, it doesn't look cheap, and it doesn't collect fingerprints. Infinix calls it baby smooth, which I would normally roll my eyes at, but genuinely, the fingerprint I've not felt any fingerprint, or I've not seen any fingerprint since I took it out of the box. The other colorways are all doing different things as well. There's Silk Glow Purple, which shifts color by angles, Mirage Green, which glows at night, Depth White, which shows like a 3D effect. All of them have some thoughts into them, and they're all considered to be special. None of them is just a color. There's an orange button on the side of this phone. It's not a power button, it's an extra one, and it has an orange highlight. The first time I got the phone, I kept hitting it by accident, and I didn't know what was happening till I figured it out. Single press, you have FlashMemo. And I need to explain this properly because it sounds simple until you actually think about what you do when you see something interesting while scrolling with your phone. You're scrolling, you find an article you want to read later, or a site with information you want to keep, say a flight discount on something, but you don't have time for it right now. So what do? You typically bookmark it and you never open your bookmarks again. Or you take a screenshot and it gets buried under 400 other screenshots. Or you copy the link, paste it in your notes or your WhatsApp, and when you need it, you've forgotten where you actually pasted it. We've done all three, I have, and none of it actually works efficiently. FlashMemo is Infinix fix for that. It's one tap, it captures whatever is on your screen, the article, the tweet, the product page, whatever, and it automatically generates a title, a summary, tags for it. So it's not just saved, it is organized. And you don't have to do anything else. And everything goes into what Infinix calls the MindHub, which is basically your personal knowledge base on this phone. It is fully searchable. So 3 weeks later, when you're trying to remember that thing you searched and you read about, you just search for it on MindHub and it is there. The summary is already written for you. This is the feature I've been using the most. Every time I land on something and I know I won't have time to look at it, I just want that and it's done, which is really amazing. Then for the long press, you have Folax AI, which is Infinix native AI assistant. I kept it as that, but you can reprogram it to whatever you want, to mute, DND, quick notes, camera, flashlights, any app at all, and you have it there for you. The Infinix Hot 70 Pro comes with 50 megapixel sensor, which is a Sony IMX882 sensor. The Sony thing matters because this is a sensor that is significantly larger than what you find with phones in this budget range. More surface means more light, and more light means better photos, especially when the lights get low. It also packs 2K video capacity, 1080p at 60 FPS, and it has a 2x lossless zoom that doesn't turn an image into mush the way digital zoom does. The front camera is a 10p, and I know that sounds low compared to what some phones advertise, but I've shot selfies on 32 megapixel cameras before that look way worse than this. The processing does the heavy work here, and the result means it's natural and it's not over smoothing. I took some photos in the day and some at night, and they came out really well, which is genuinely good value for phones in this range of devices. Now, the device comes with 6000 mAh battery and it's 45 watts charging capacity, which means that full day you can easily use it with lots of videos, scrolling and all of that. And the 45-watt charger that comes in the pack means your phone goes from 0 to 50% in like 25 minutes. So that means if you're about to leave for an activity, you can quickly plug your phone and you get it to a really good decent battery before you leave the house. It also has reverse charging, so you can connect another device to it and charge that, and that can save you when you need it. As with recent releases, Infinix also says that the battery is engineered with a 6-year lifespan in mind. There's also bypass charging in the device. When you're gaming and you plug the phone in, the power goes straight to the device and keeps the battery entirely, so you're not cooking your battery while you play, which also helps you manage the phone's temperature. A few things that are not in the spec sheets, but they just exist and it's nice. This phone comes with Ultra Link, and this is a feature that allows you to still call and text another Infinix user for up to 1.5 kilometers away, phone to phone directly, and it works in outages, in places with no signal, wherever. This one also comes with an AI class timetable, so you can take a picture of your class schedule, either the written one or the printed one, and it converts this into a clean digital calendar that you can use, and Ninja is fully supported. So yeah, kudos and thanks Infinix. Now, here are some numbers for you quickly. MediaTek Dimensity 7100 5G, that's the chip in this device. It also has an Antutu score of close to 788,000, well into what you consider flagship level performance. So it means everything you throw at it, this device could handle it. You can get 8 gig of RAM or 16 gig of RAM options, and it has 128 gig or 256 gig of storage options as well. The device is 7.95mm thin, which is genuinely slim, and it sits comfortably in your hands at 204 grams. It's not very heavy. It has 144Hz display, Full HD, 960 nits is the peak brightness, so everything moves smooth. You also get 5-year software updates, 3 full OS upgrades. That's longer support than most phones and most brands offer on phones in this range of devices. So, I've been sitting with the new favorite Android feeling since I took this phone out of the box. And the more I use it, the more it holds up. Not because it is perfect, no phone is, but because someone was clearly thinking when they made this device. The color that changes temperature, the mini screen hiding inside the camera, a side button that is actually useful, a battery engineered to last longer than you probably own the phone for. If you can get the Thermo Orange, I would say get it. The Thermo Orange, even without the dramatic color shift, looks the part. It is really beautiful. And if you've been on the fence, this is the point you get down, because I say yes, go ahead and get it. That brings me to the end of the review. This is the Infinix Hot 70 Pro. Do you have thoughts and comments? Drop them in the comment section. If you have any other device you'd like me to review, also drop them in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Till I come to your screens next time, I'm Hakdown. Bye.